Hello viewers, I'm SP and welcome back to Endless Legend. We did not expand our empire at all during the last video, but I think we're going to see some parts of the map turn orange this episode. So, I'm talking about what we want to do with our spy here. I really want to steal the technology, if that was not clear. I'm trying to figure out if it is at all reasonable to steal a tech, because man, we are behind on tech. Remember, this turn, we saw somebody enter Era 4. We are 4 techs into Era 2. We really need more technology. We are way behind. So, how are we going to get this tech and still safely take the city? We have 5 units here, plus... Is there a governor? There's totally a governor. His combat stats are okay. Yeah, he's not exactly terrifying. He does have a lot of health, though. So we have 6 combat units in the city, plus these 2, plus this 1. Half health, Marines 7, 109 health. So, if we're going to fight through 150 points of fortification, how are we going to do that? Okay, well this army actually has 2 movement. So that's enough movement. We could charge this dude. How much health does he have exactly? 109 of 154. So he has enough health to retreat and survive. He's above 60%. I'm wondering if it would be a bad idea to attack him with this army. My biggest concern here is that we attack and they decide to just, like, go for it. And then we have what amounts to a pretty fair fight out here in the forest. Now, granted, a fair fight is better than a fight where they get to have 150 fortification. But you know how I feel about fighting fair. I think I've expressed that on a number of occasions. I really prefer to fight in overwhelmingly advantageous positions. We cannot afford... Again, just to make things super clear, we cannot afford to fight fair in most circumstances. The AI is vastly ahead of us at the beginning of the game, and they get more ahead of us through the early game. Their rate of growth doesn't improve as much as your rate of growth can, and so you can set up an empire such that you eventually get more powerful than them, but we are not there yet, and if anything, we're falling further behind right now, failing to catch up on tech and everything, so... If we fought these guys, they went ahead and brought out the 6 units from their city garrison. We bring our 4 units in as reinforcements. The garrison of this city is Berdeki and militia. Okay, so they don't actually have ranged units. They're going to, though. And they're going to finish another unit next turn. Man, you know what? It is nice to have a spy in the city and be able to just look at all this stuff. Yeah, alright, let's do it. Now, it is worth noting that these are not good units, for the most part, but they're good enough. And I think all that's going to happen here is we're going to get this guy to retreat, but I'm trying to be ready for every possibility, every move they might make in response. Huh, that's not very positive. Alright, let's do it. He stands and fights. This is like 100% for certain he's bringing in his reinforcements. He does not stand here and fight us if it's just the 1 Marine. Does our guy have 3 move? He has 4 moves, so he gets to the Marine and attacks him before the Marine gets to fire a shot. That's very good for us. I don't love how this reinforcement pad is cliffed off from the center of the battlefield, requiring units to go around the back to get out. That's a little inconvenient. Alright, so that Berdeki gets to go... Ooh, okay. So our assassin is not going to get to hit the archer. It's overwhelmingly likely that this Berdeki is going to hit our assassin. I'm going to have my units back up. Like, what are the odds that this guy does anything other than move to right here? Also, if he is moving to right there, I can't move to that spot and attack, because this will be out of range. He could just run forward. If he runs to, like, here, it's going to make me look a little silly. Oh, also, yeah, I don't want to move to this spot, because I want my a hero to be able to move to that spot. And you, yeah, are pretty much just running forward. Alright, let's see what happens. I think this Marine is going to go unmolested. Should we just shoot him instead? I want to back up so that the Berdeki doesn't get into the archers next turn. But you know what? Actually, I can't make that happen. I don't think there's any version of this where I get to survive. I get to keep my archers away from him. So I suppose we'll just step forward. If we can. How much movement does this guy have? Okay, he also does not get to attack the archers directly this turn. Actually, I probably shouldn't give them specific movement commands because the Marine goes before they do. He might move around. Yeah, alright. I'm a little nervous about this. Okay, that goes as we expected. They didn't get the stun. It's very often the case that a charging Berdeki gets a stun on its initial target, so nice to see that not happen. Okay, this guy gets to move in and block that spawn unless he... Nope, he's before everybody. Okay, cool. So you... yeah, you just get to attack him. Excuse me. Man, I do not know what is going on with my throat lately. So this guy just does, yeah, he just run forward. He doesn't have any real play here. I'm a little worried about this Marine. He's surviving a lot more than I was hoping he was going to survive. Let's see, anybody who can attack him should attack him. Remember, we have the Acrobat ability on our assassins, so we can get to enemy archers even when they form a defensive line in front of them, as long as they're not blocking the spaces actually adjacent to them. I think this Berdeki is going to come up around this side. Although actually, probably his most likely move is to right here to attack the archer. Okay, that I think is very important. That was a crucial move. So the bad news here, obviously, is that they're going to regenerate all these militia, right? All of the militia that they lose here, they will regain because we cannot siege the city this turn. However, if the militia is all they have, that still might be okay, and we can wound the hero out of the city. So you attack that guy so he can't run over and attack the other archer. Archers should probably move to safety before attacking. Okay, you guys can stay just kind of generally back there. Alright, I don't think this guy's going to survive to his turn, probably. But we can have hope. Couldn't finish him off. Right, now we are losing stuff here, which sucks. We don't want to be losing things. Because, like I have repeatedly underlined, it's way harder for us to rebuild than it is for them to rebuild. Okay, finally got through that guy. So at this point, actually, our highest priority is getting rid of their hero. These militia units don't matter at all because they are effectively immortal. There's no version of this where we kill them. But if we were to wound their hero at this point, he would actually get wounded out, and they would have to buy him back or not have a hero for the siege next turn. Either one of those is a very acceptable outcome for us. Okay. So is it the case that the hero's units completely survived and it was the under-equipped units that died? Yes, it is. Okay. Honestly, that's not too bad an outcome. So Redalta is showing 0 units. It will have 1 Berdeki and its 3 basic militia next turn. Make sure that this guy has movement orders to get in range. What we would really like to do is attack the city before these... I guess when these guys get out of the boat, they won't be able to move, right? Transferring up onto land will be all of their movement. So if we attack the city from, like... Well... Oh, actually... Shoot, there's cliffs. I could only attack the city from here next turn. Where they will definitely get to serve as reinforcements. And you can't get adjacent to the city either. Well, we can try to move into a better position next turn and then attack the city the turn after that. These guys will be, like, over here somewhere at the beginning of that turn. They'll get to move pretty quickly, but we might be able to execute the attack before they enter reinforcement range. Maybe. To be honest with you, I'm not 100% happy with that. I didn't realize the terrain, the elevation changes. Because if we could have just, like, moved to here and attacked this district from that angle, we could have kept this guy out of the reinforcement space on the next turn. I suppose on this coming turn... Yeah, on this coming turn, we can just run over here as fast as possible and try to commit the attack before... That is a real district, right? Yeah, okay. Commit the attack before these guys move in. I think that's what we'll try to do. And there's nothing else we need to do here. I don't actually know if our hero, or if our spy will be able to use an espionage ability when the city he's in is in an attack state. I guess this is a good time to learn that. Okay, so we did commit the attack. He does get to steal the tech, and I think we can afford to. So we're planning to steal Imperial Highways from the Ardent Mages. So probably we could take, like, Meritocratic Promotion here. Or Hydrology. I'm going to take Meritocratic Promotion. And our spy was unnoticed, not that it matters. Alright, let's do it. They didn't actually finish the Berdeki. I guess that watchtower turned out not to be unbuildable. Yeah, they totally did build the watchtower. Okay. That works just fine for me. They constructed a thing that we will get the advantage of once we take the city, instead of building a unit to help them defend the city. We also got 20 spices from that pillage. That is more than I thought we were going to get. But we can definitely do that. Our spice booster rolling. Yep, we know Gulayawa did his thing. Our hero leveled up. We're definitely heading toward rallying call as quickly as possible. Extra reinforcement spaces are so powerful. The Ardent Mages are the Benevolent Emperor. That's a pretty good improvement. I wish we could have gotten it, but we don't have a way of getting to 100 approval. We're doing quite well on approval. 100 stuff. Alright, so 3 militia with 150 fortification each. This is extremely doable. My units are a hell of a lot better than militia. However, these militia do have some pretty good morale, right? I didn't siege the city. I don't know if that would have made a difference. I can't remember if the urban area morale bonus that you get from standing inside a city tile is affected by whether the city is under siege. Whatever. Okay, so big part of this is going to be immobilizing our enemies so that they do not get to attack our archers. And then we just pick one and focus. I guess we'd probably pick the one who's not standing in a city tile. That damage output is pretty strong. We need to not take a lot of damage from them on counterattack, though. That's, like, pretty important. Also, I forgot to have the third archer focus. It'd be best if you attacked from here so that we can get some combined morale going. I'm hoping that after we take their capital, we'll be able to talk them into a truce. Because my army is falling apart on me here, and their army is going to continue to get stronger. We need a temporary break from the war while we rebuild. 74. Jesus. Militia guy was awfully powerful. Yeah, I guess they have 51 base damage. Okay. This should be the end of that. Alright, Purple's capital is mine, and my army is, not in great shape. These guys out of move? They are out of move. Wait, is that... those the guys who were in the boat? Can they teleport from the water? The guys who were in the boat were a Berdeki and a Marine. I don't remember if it was a 2 and a 7. So I don't know if this is all that we've seen of them, or if they do have another group of units right over there. Okay, so we need to merge those guys up as quickly as possible. We've stolen a player capital, which is awesome. Let's go put everybody here on on dust output. This is probably, dragged us out of Fervent for the moment. Turns out the people here are unhappy about the thing that just happened. Actually, we should check the building browser. So we got a Palladian extractor. They did finish that. Once we hit 100% city ownership, we need to remove their science buildings, because you can see these do have upkeep costs, even though we get literally no benefit from them. The Center for Mineralogy also should go. There's -4 dust per turn. We don't have to put up with that. But they do have some good production stuff here. All right, let's have a quick chat with them. Let's see how they feel. Are we still... we're still like, yeah. We're still absolutely not on the peace treaty. Okay. What are you guys doing? You guys are running around and getting pearls and talking to villages and stuff. Because there are still probably minor faction villages we haven't gotten quests from yet. Right, we didn't actually explore the territory north of us all that well. Okay. Destroy a boss village in Taldrine to get some wine. Well, bad news for you is I already have all the wine I need. Probably not going to do that. And this is an Ursus village? Okay. Our centaur can definitely not kill 3 Ursus. That's not going to work. So, I'm a little worried about where we're going to end up here with Purple counterattacking. The fact that they do not feel the need to surrender means that they still think they have a military advantage, which makes me nervous. I am hoping that they are not right. We need to merge up our guys here. Now keep in mind, they can't see my army. So it's possible that this 2 stack of units here is just going to charge right at Redalta. And if they do, that might be real good for us. Come on, please attack Redalta. Please attack Redalta. I wanna fight you with 8 points of fortification. Awesome. So keep in mind, even though 8 seems like a very small amount of fortification, a unit that has any amount of fortification... oh, apparently we only get 1. Whatever, it's the same number. A unit that has any amount of fortification can't take damage from an attack. So no matter how hard they hit us on this opening strike, the fortification will absorb all of it. We'll just start right up on this guy. I guess we can start in a nice morale ball in the city tiles. Actually, it probably makes more sense for us to be standing like this then. All of my ranged go after their ranged. Then their Berdeki does something, and then my hero punches it in the face. Nope, my hero goes for the ranged. Look at all of that morale. It's a beautiful thing when we work together. He's given up on combat. He's like, nope, this was a mistake. I should not be here. So yeah, even a single point of morale is like you get to get hit for free. You don't take any damage the first time someone hits you, which is nice. Okay, that worked out pretty well. They did get the pearls. I didn't want to step outside the city because I wanted to take advantage of the fortification. I'm not 100% clear why there are 8 points of fortification on the city but each of our units only got one. It might be the case that you only get the percent, like your ownership percentage of the city's fortification. I don't think I've seen that behavior before, but maybe that's the case. It would certainly seem to match up. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, what is this? Blue has closed their borders to us. Yeah, I thought that might happen. We definitely aggravated them some. The Mizari have defeated 3 armies led by a hero, so they are fighting pink. I assume. Yeah, okay, not green. Our deal with pink to draw pink into the war is almost certainly responsible for the fact that Redalta was so lightly defended. So that was actually really, really important. All right, we have some reinforcements getting built. Close are we to stealing road tech? 6 turns, man. Ziyama, you're killing me. All right, well, let's go see what Taldream wants from us. Go get a quest from one of these guys. Oh, actually, that's right. They gave us the quest that gave us this centaur. They're not going to give us another one because we botched their quest, I believe. Well, that's a shame. How long would it take me to build a unit here? 9 turns? Maybe we should do that instead of building a central market. Also, what is my tech purchasing cost right now? Because we're making quite a bit of money every turn now. 587. Okay. Maybe I just buy road tech? We steal something else from blue eventually. We could also buy what's mine is mine to accelerate our spying everywhere. Oh, we also need to put Guliyawa back in a position of power here. Let's make Guliyawa the governor of Redalta for the moment, so he can help us play defense. But we do need to get him into another city. Hopefully one of Pink's cities, I think, because I'm hoping that we're going to be able to really smash up Purple pretty badly here. Just trying to think of how we're going to get... Like, these guys are going to have to run an awfully long distance. I need those roads, man. Yeah. Alright. We can't afford to wait. So how much does it cost to buy out a road in case I wanted to do that? $7.55? So we could, like, buy the roads in Redalta. It's only a little bit more than 3 turns worth of dust. Yeah, a road running from Lodera to Redalta makes it so much easier to reinforce our front. Let's take Purple's temperature on truce again. Okay, now they want truce straight up. Keep in mind, if we were to lose a battle, all of this goodwill could immediately erode. So there's something to be said for just taking this right now. However, we also want to push any advantage we might have. We no longer have a spy in Purple's territory, so I can't look at their military strength on the scoreboard, which is what I was about to do. I kind of want to feel out our ability to steal that city. Let's go have a look. Because this being right on the border with Pink, I imagine some fighting has happened here. We'll see if maybe it's been, maybe the fortifications have been damaged, or all kinds of things may have happened. Also, it's worth noting that Ayuado is level 4, and so we could do the Legend of the Three and get access to that totally wicked sword, which we then could dual wield. I believe you can just wield 2 copies of it. Okay, so this city is damaged, but not hugely so. We get to pick this guy off for free. Redalta does not have an action point. Huh. Is this the turn that we assigned Guliyawa? Was that this turn or last turn? That was last turn, wasn't it? I don't think that should matter, but I can't understand why. It's probably it's maybe an ownership thing? Ownership being bad? Alright, these guys are probably not a huge threat, although they are going to steal my 8 pearls. I think that's what they're doing. I could get up there. I could try to get up there and get the pearls first. I cannot do that. What I can do is attack them. And that's just going to retreat from that. Still, maybe that's what I do? The thing is, if I attack them, I spend my action point. And then this guy gets to take Redalta for free, because I won't be able to reinforce, I believe, without the action point. Let's just kill this guy. Alright, so we're working on our stuff here. Let us eject some new... Aha! Aha, I get my pearls. You do not get my pearls. And yeah, see, it's going to take like 5 turns for this guy to get down here. Owing partially to the heavily forested area around Lodera. So it seems like Pink has absorbed the brunt of this assault for us. I don't know how we're going to repay them. Hopefully, I am not compelled to repay them by eliminating them from the game. But, you know, only one person can win, right? Might happen. Right, here, after we finish the roads, I think it's probably straight into military units. Or after we finish the market, rather than building a road here. I know that our unit has to run through forest to get to Redalta, but they can get to Nakloran pretty quickly. I'm a little nervous about the permeability of our forces here. We don't really have a good wall to keep enemies out. A wall of violent, horrible people. I assume that all of the Forgotten are just kind of like crappy people. Just mean-spirited, kind of dicks to each other for no reason. Based on their very, like... the fact that their society values being an edgelord to such a degree. Yeah, let's just go ahead and knock these guys out real fast. Hit them before they have the chance to rebuild. Or, regenerate. You do not rebuild your health points. I'm ready to fight. I probably didn't need to manual this, but, like, there's no reason for us to set up far away from them. We should be as close as possible. Actually, I guess let's do that. Alright, go get him. I would love it if they just didn't even get to shoot. Okay. Good work, everybody. I don't know what their plan is. May as well merge these guys up. Do you believe... we have the resources to keep the wine booster running in perpetuity. We're now getting 6 wine per turn and 6 spices per turn. And at some point, this spice extractor is going to come back online, and then we'll be making 8. Alright, we're in a good position in a lot of ways here. So we're still working on some pretty basic stuff, because I'm very dust-focused. Next turn, we get to buy some roads. Go out of our way here to grab these pearls, because I don't think that this guy is going to find a lot else of value out here. We probably want to keep him relatively close to the capital, because remember, these are temple ruins, so as soon as the next dust eclipse starts, he'll be able to make us quite a bit of money. And I don't know why these guys haven't moved at all. Just sitting there can't possibly be the right play. And as soon as we have roads in Redalta, we're going to start making more money, too, because of the fact that we're at peace with Pink. We can make trade with them. Although, kind of looks like maybe they don't have proper roads. Out of curiosity, am I allowed to trade... Am I allowed to trade... No, okay, you do have the road tech, because I cannot trade it to you. I guess these are real roads? Kind of hard to tell the difference. Okay, when you zoom out, it's much clearer. The darker lines are proper roads. And these are just paths where the road would go if you had one. So we are going to accumulate roads very rapidly here. This is very, very good for reinforcement. Purple already is negative on truce. Well, if we're smart about drawing them into disadvantageous attacks due to the fact that they can't see us, we might be able to get another city off of them. And at that point, I would probably angle pretty hard for the truce. I think we can push our advantage further here. Yeah, they waited until I hit end turn to move so that I wouldn't be able to respond to their moves. Classy. Classy play there, AI. Bad news is you moved in such a way that you're not actually getting anything out of doing that. Okay, no big surprises there. Then we probably want to move just like toward the Eclipse Ruins. This turn we are purchasing right of way in Redalta. It's good to finish in Nakloran at the same time, and then we'll get Ladera a turn after that. So we'll hit this Eclipse Ruin and that Eclipse Ruin. How much movement do these guys have? Oh, you monsters. They're gonna steal my ruin. Well, we could start the turn by rushing them in the hopes that we can hit them before they get to interact with the ruin. That may well be the play. I will say, I'm a little bummed out. We haven't actually gotten any benefit out of meritocratic promotion yet. We are just now going to be able to go over 4 units in this army. Basically, meritocratic promotion has just been a dust penalty for us to this point. I'm a little worried that if I don't go after them right away, I'm not gonna get them. All right, if I stop to search this ruin, they may have enough time to run. If we attack them right here, they'll get to use their city garrison. That might be bad. I might not want to do that, actually. Yeah, we'll wait right here. As soon as the eclipse starts, we search that and then that. Are these... These are not temples. So that, and then drop down to the capital. We're going to get a lot of searches very quickly here. We might get a nice explosion of tech. And you... Okay, you're still doing that. Nakloran needs to be producing another military unit. Yeah, okay. If I attack them from a different angle... So the battlefield goes out... This is the axis of the attack, right? Battlefield goes out 4 spaces to each side. If we attack from here... 1, 2, 3, 4... Okay, if we attack from here, they do not get their garrison. The game doesn't want to draw this path for us for the attack, because this path costs more movement than moving to here does, but this is definitely strategically the right way to perform this attack. I'm going to make us move first, and then we're going to commit the attack here. I really don't want to fight anywhere near an equal number of their units. And in fact, if they got the city garrison, they would have an advantageous number of units. Yet Redalta is still not able to participate. Maybe you can't have the governor of a city participate until the city has enough ownership for you to have the militia regenerating. I could see that. That's a pretty sensible way of implementing that. And if you're saying, hey SB, you've been playing this game for, like, at this point, literally thousands of hours, hundreds of which are on YouTube, shouldn't you know how the mechanics work by now? I'm extremely forgetful. I probably did know how that mechanic worked at some point, but I have forgotten more about Endless Legend than most people will ever know. Can you? Okay, you cannot quite reach that guy. And that sucks. That 0 makes it pretty likely that this Marine survives to take a shot. Nope. Dude just hit for 76 straight up. Alright, well done. Yay, +5 defense for all my units. I cannot wait until we get reinforcement thing. Okay, so... This did not get searched. Let's get this guy over here. Get you over here. And then that is a movement conflux, and I want it very badly. So Pink is currently sieging these guys. We are going to hang out nearby and swoop in to take over if Pink's attack does not go well. Got ourselves 20 grass silk. Grass silk is an interesting luxury. Unfortunately, 20 is not enough for us to actually pop the booster. 85 dust. This is going splendidly. Yeah, sure. Plus 30 attack. $10 adamantium, you know? I don't hate that. I'm okay with 10 adamantium. Wait, why am I so fast? Hold on a second here. Huh, I have a movement conflux. I wonder if... because I didn't see myself move on to one. Either I was not paying attention, which is 100% possible, or it might be possible for confluxes to spawn on spaces that have armies. Like, did he spawn... Did a movement conflux spawn in us, maybe? Alright, 10 more adamantium. You know, we don't have an adamantium extractor, so it is kind of nice to get a little bank of it. Alright, so we're building stuff. Out of curiosity, 14 dust per turn from trade routes already. Next turn, the capital hooks us up. Yeah, it's pretty good. So we still need to get Vision of a Pink City to install our spy in. Right now, like, at least he's still getting XP, right? Okay, I think we're ready to move on. It feels like I maybe should have had more to do this turn, but I guess when the eclipse happens, our moves become pretty straightforward for a while. So yeah, we're watching to see how the siege of Dean, or maybe Danae, turns out. If Pink wins this siege, we might push east. If Pink loses the siege, I take this, and then we figure out whether we want peace with purple. If Pink takes this, we push east. We might be able to, like, completely kill the Vaulters off the map, and I'd be totally fine with letting Pink grow a little bit for that. There's a limit, obviously. There's a limit to how much I will be happy about that, but we can do a little bit. So I think our next most important pickups, Glory of Empire is really valuable. Access to the other half of the market is really valuable. Prisoner, slaves, and volunteers is really valuable, because we are going to be running a pretty dust-heavy economy. Let's say Glory of Empire is maybe the next most important thing, and we can buy that next turn, because we do need to get our influence growth back up. We're going to spend quite a bit of influence on our Empire plan here, because we have the opportunity to do so. Like, this would be pretty good. Dramatic reduction in building costs and dramatic reduction in buyout costs. We actually don't... we don't really need the approval, right? Like, once Redalta is happier... how much disapproval are we taking from ownership? 39. So once we get Redalta back to happiness, plus the value of the central market, that's going to be 63 more approvals. This is going to be at 89. It's not quite going to be fervent. We need a little bit of a push. But no, we probably do not need the 25 approval bonus. We can probably make it to fervent without that. Yeah, I think I like this. Obviously, 30% attack is also good, but I think we're going to be entering a period of expansion and hopefully kind of peace. Like, there's a ton of territory for us to still take. It's just that Purple declared on us. You know, this war was not avoidable. I did not go seeking it out, although I certainly did some things to provoke it. We want to merge these guys up before we touch the conflux, because I want all 5 of my units to get it. Alright, here comes the battle for city. Okay, pink one. Well then. Hey guys, how you doing? Just revealing my presence briefly so that you know I was here. I was helping. I was rooting for you. So Redalta has its garrison regenerating. I want to sweep down through here and grab these ruins, obviously. But I'm a little worried that we might get aggressed upon from this direction. and be out of position to defend. An army in Kaklag has 20 Titan bones. I don't care about that. Okay. And they Eclipse searched it already. So it turns out this doesn't even connect. These temple ruins are not marked as eclipsed, so that we just have our normal search of those available. We'll ignore that for now. We'll get back on the road. The capital should produce for me some more military units. Yeah, I think things are going all right here. We are recovered. I was a little worried when we took Redalta about how weak our army got, but I think we've re-solidified our position. 85 more dust is certainly welcome. Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Alright, are we going for that temple ruin next? That's right, it's a little inconvenient because I can't see eclipsed temple ruins on the map right now. Yeah, I think we go for this one next. I'm a little worried about getting murdered going for those ones, since our centaur is kind of weak right now and we have no idea what the minor faction status out here is. Keep in mind, even though blue closed their borders on us, I believe we're still at peace. Yeah, so they cannot attack our units in neutral territory. We are now blood brothers with pink, which might turn out to be really good for us. We're going to need to start building Glory of Empire in some places. Emaroya seems like a fine spot to do that, although actually right of way is probably a little bit more critical here. You guys are currently fervent. Okay. It's a little tricky. We're going to have to divide our dust between buying things out and advancing technology, but we're also going to be gaining some amount of technology through spying. You know what would actually be really nice? If we could get vision of a green city long enough to throw a spy in there instead of spying on pink, because if green gets mad at us for stealing tech, it probably doesn't mean anything. Pink gets mad at us for stealing tech, it could disrupt our very valuable relationship. Prisoners, slaves, and volunteers comes next. We're going to have very low building buyout costs once we have this and our empire plan. Ooh, unwanted oxidation. So donate 40 adamantium. Oh, this is rough. The best contributor reward is just glass steel, and the per contribution reward is lower than usual. I wonder why. Oh, Glenda is weak. Uh-oh. My units are temporarily phasing out of reality. Okay, well we should just take this, right? See no reason to wait. They suspect that we will lose horribly. Is this unit extremely good? Ooh, the unit is extremely good. Wow, that's good. 123 defense. Alright. Gonna be a tough fight. I think we got it. We do only have 2 melee units, which is a little non-ideal. So I want the archers in a big ball. Alright, so our melee units want to go here. And, I mean, like, the militia are going to get to attack some of my ranged. I'm not too concerned about that. I want to make sure that my melee units are disrupting their ranged. And yeah, all of you guys have to shoot at the Marine. Kill that Marine. Fortunately, their ranged units are standing in pretty vulnerable spots here. You can see the effect of the Predator's mark stacking up there. Okay, our hero did some pretty good work there. I think if we get their hero down here without any actual unit losses, the fight is completely over. Oof. Yep, hero last stand. So we are going to lose 1 unit. Yeah, even though this guy took a hit already, I would rather focus on the unit that's not in the city and thus not receiving any morale. Although this unit's not receiving any morale anyway. Do militia not get... I wonder if militia don't get the urban defense morale bonus. Well, in that case, do focus on this guy. See if we can get them down to only one militiaman standing before they attack. No, we cannot. Ow! You guys are actually doing a fair amount of damage. There we go. Why is this guy the only one who can attack reasonably? I guess it's because he has the most morale. They actually have quite a bit of defense. Alright, please finish him off before this dude gets killed. Okay, I think we're good. So we traded one assassin for a city there. What did we gain in our new city? No deposits. Some Nidya villages. Kind of not a great region, honestly. Has a nice built-up city, though. Can't argue with that. How much further do we want to push this war? Hard to say. 10 more adamantium. I don't know that I need all this adamantium. At this point, I think we head down through our territory toward these, see if either one of them is still eclipse searchable. This one is. Okay, we might be able to get to that in time. It'll be 2 turns. Alright, Ziema Adya should steal us attack. Oh, we don't have cultivation yet. I suppose that's a thing to think about. Native district is not a huge priority for us. Get cultivation. Please tell me you were not discovered. Ah, injured. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that she does not gain XP per turn while injured. So that is bad. She needs to probably just be bought back and then placed as a governor somewhere. And we need to get another spy into somebody's territory. We could leave Purple partially alive and just siphon technology off of them for a while. We can make her the governor of Glanda. Yeah, alright. It's not too expensive to restore her. The restoration cost of a hero is based partially on their level and partially on their gear, I think. It's like immediately restoring a well-developed hero can be expensive, but Ziema Adya is kind of garbage right now, which makes her an ideal restore target. Alright, let's make more military units for now. I don't know that we're necessarily safe yet. And I think in the capital, I'm going to queue up 2 dredges. Because we do have that, we do have the Festival of Dust quest. So we garrison 2 Delvers in our capital city and just hang out for a while. We'll get a thing that will improve the approval of any city that has a hero in it. We can definitely afford to spare the slots. And actually, hold on, I should keep this pinned. The AI might solve this for us. Sometimes they do, thanks to the efforts of the Endless Legend community patch guys. And when they do, it'll probably be worth looking into equipping some Tier 3 glass, steel, and titanium accessories on our governors. It hasn't been a thing that was super available to us so far because of the expense. And actually, we don't have governors in the cities that are dust-focused, right? Oh, you also should probably, like, get on toward the front. I know it's going to take forever. Yeah, we don't have governors in the cities that are dust-focused, but we do now have access to, like, a trinket that increases dust by 4 per citizen working on dust. Unfortunately, with the dust to rust up, 29 glass steel to equip is a little infeasible. It's a little bit too much, but when that effect gets ended, we'll be in good position. Or, honestly, after winter begins, we will also be in good position, because during the winter, all of our extractors are going to be producing double. Purple is feeling exhausted, but not so exhausted that they would give us a truce where I don't have to give them anything. Maybe they're just going to get themselves killed here. Maybe we're not going to be able to siphon tech off of them. Seems like their stubbornness may be somewhat my undoing. Alright, so ideally, I would let this army rest a turn or two before we get into any trouble. So let's see if the eclipse ends. Okay. Blue has unpieced us. It's a little worrying. Take a moment here to search this a couple of times. That's a pretty good haul. Okay, good news. We have discovered a whole bunch of deposits. So we do have some sources of adamantium. In fact, we have quite a few deposits available to us. Also, moonleaf, quicksilver, and grass silk. Alright, those are okay. No Titan bones. I'm always hopeful for Titan bones. I think the first thing we need in this new era... Nope, the first thing we need in this new era is Dust Refinery. This is also very good, though. So let's talk to Blue. We get back to peace. Ooh. They're gonna gouge me for it. The thing is, I don't really want to be at war with them, right? My big concern here is that this push down to peace is the precursor to further diplomatic erosion, and I really, really don't want to be at war with these guys. We have to be careful about dipping below 720 influence, because we have an empire plan that we have our eyes on. So I could trade off adamantium and spices. Yeah, okay. Let's figure out the correct numbers of these. So, our spice booster ends in 2 turns. We will have probably 56 spices at that time. Although it is the case that we might lose some to winter coming next turn. But basically, we could afford to... We'll have 16 more on top of our 59. We'll have 75. We can afford to trade them 35 spices at effectively no cost to us, probably. Okay, that's not quite going to do it. I don't love giving them all of the adamantium, but I do think this is important. This would be 136 influence, so drop us down to 666. We would need to make quite a lot of influence on this next turn. And then I'm not leaving anything, if we do this, I'm not really leaving anything on the table for negotiations with purple. This is too expensive. I kind of think we can't afford this right now. Spy spotted colonization of a nearby region. Did I settle on their border? Did they... Yeah, they had a guy when we took Emaroya. We didn't take Guiron, which I was hoping would ease things a little bit, but it doesn't seem to have. I think we can't afford to make a peace negotiation with them right now because we have to save for potentially a truce negotiation. I want to be able to gouge purple if it turns out that they are feeling gougeable. Boy, if they declared war on us now, though, that would be very awkward. We don't have a spy in their territory anymore. So I can't check their military strength. I really, really can't afford a war declaration from them. We have to make an overture here. Alright, 661. We're gonna take a loss in dust for a minute here. Pretty significant one, because we're gonna have to put a lot of cities on other stuff here. Probably Costrian could afford to jump over to influence. This gets us past our 720, but remember we want to keep devoting influence wherever we can devoting to influence wherever we can, because we want to try to get enough influence for the deal with purple after the Empire plan. All right, so you make your move. Still an eclipsed temple. Alright, Blue managed to extract from us a payment for the insolence of our spying. It can't be... I mean, they're working the system, right? I can't be too mad about it. Alright, let's try to feel out what's going on with purple over here and engage our empire plan, and then we're probably looking at a pretty good place to stop for the day, right? So winter's going to be soon. Probably seed storage is not a super high priority right at this moment. And I know, it's turn 59. Like, if not now, when, right? But the answer is later. I think we need that. Once this war ends, we can maybe afford to explore a little bit more, because we still have stuff to the north to check out. I guess the Centaur can do that. Alright, we are ready to move forward here. Have an army trickling in at our back. Alright, let's see what we got. Purple bringing anything forward? They are not. Addenda looks soft. They do have a marine here, plus who knows how many units nearby. That is a functional lookout tower. Now we can't get into the region without being seen. We can stand right here and burn down that watchtower. That temple is still eclipsed. They haven't bothered to check it yet. It would be very greedy for me to run across the border just for the purpose of searching that, right? I gained a city. Shit. Well, that's pretty bad. That's a rough miscalculation. I forgot about the increased cost because we gained a city. Okay, well, a reduction in the production cost of buildings does reduce the buyout cost of buildings because the buyout cost is based on the actual post-reduction production cost. So I think this is this is going to result in a 33% reduction in the buyout cost. I think this is a better way to go than 2 ranks of economy and population. It's a shame that we can't get both. Yeah, totally. Like, it just didn't even enter my mind that we were taking a city and thus increasing the cost of our empire plan. Well, you know, it's not a big deal. Okay, so you guys definitely... I'm going to execute our moves one at a time instead of clicking on the arrow here, because I want to be careful moving around these guys. These orcs have 4 move. I could do this and they won't be able to follow me. Also, that's going to inadvertently move us through a bunch of confluxes. Oh dear, there are more orcs here. Not that we definitely would fail to lose to win the battle, but we might fail to win the battle. Oh, nice. 130. Okay. Oh, you guys are out of date. That's unacceptable. That's the unit that was building an MRA was building an MRA for a really long time. Alright, well, this is your target. God, look at how fast we can move now that we have proper roads. That's so nice. Okay, so now this question. Is it too dangerous to run in here? We don't have eyes on purple anymore, so we can't look at the scoreboard to tell how many settlements they have. What, they had 5 last time we looked, right? Or when we first looked. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. This could have been their 5th. They might almost be dead. Because we can see that they don't have another territory beyond here. Although, actually, this region, you can see from the way the borders pulse, when we mouse over this region and this are not the same region, so it's possible that purple extends this way and has another region over here in sort of a bay of green. I'm going to go for the ruin, rather than... Well, you know what, actually, though, I just remembered, when you pillage a watchtower, you get health back. It's an instant heal for the units that pillaged it. That'll make us definitely more capable of going in on them. Out of curiosity, how's purple feeling about... Ooh, They're feeling okay about a truce right now. Unfortunately, they're not feeling so okay that they would give me, like, a good technology. But we could make a deal that would work here. So I noticed they have no cities available for trade, which I think might mean that this is their last city. I'm actually not certain what to do here. Leaving Purple alive and then leeching tech off of them with a spy is a pretty funny thing to do, and also we could make Glenda very difficult for them to attack pretty easily by just leaving a hefty garrison there. And it gives us some insulation from Green until such time as Green decides to take them over. But this city is built in a bunch of anomalies with easy expansion opportunities, and it already has 7 population. This is a good city. It would be very beneficial to us, or for us, to have it. We have enough movement that we could run over, search this ruin, and then run back. And you know what? Yeah. Alright, 15 Titan Bones, pretty cool. 100 Dust, also very cool. Those are the only Titan Bones we have, right? Yeah, alright, well, we'll figure it out. We will get some more Titan Bones from the market or something. I'm going to step back over into my territory. We could just attack right now, but I want the heal. So I'm going to burn this watchtower. And then next turn we probably step up and start the siege. I think that's probably the case. Okay, Nakloran. Yeah, we need Glory of Empire. We need more influence coming in. We're going to need a lot of it. Hold on, did I... Nope, I did not move the assassin out of the Nakloran garrison. Well, we should definitely do that. Wow, especially since he apparently is just going to make it over here next turn. Units with movement bonuses. Alright, so this army is going to be able to make it into reinforcement range of this army on this coming turn. So hopefully if these guys decide they want to get testy with me, we can defeat them easily. Alright, this turn 61 will probably be the last turn of the video here. I think we've made some very good progress. Try to get the defenses, or try to get the reinforcements in position as quickly as possible here. 240 life on each unit. That is more than I remembered it being. Spices have run out, and we're just going to have to live with that. We get to pop the booster again next turn, right? Yeah. Okay, so everybody's back at full health now. Let us begin the siege. Okay. They want to do this. Let's do this. Ziema Adya as last reinforcement. Is that the right way? So they have Eslik Tarash. They managed to put him back together after what we did to him earlier. They have 336 life Marines. What the hell? What kind of upgrades did they get? 333 life Militia. Oh, this is terrifying, actually. I mean, I guess we're good at fighting guys who have a lot of health. Hold on. Ah, it's Ziema Adya. Okay. Well, a point of double or nothing for you. I was kind of hoping that that would be a level up on Ado Adya. Ayo Ado. Man, I don't know why I have such a hard time remembering that name. Okay. The good news is, they only have one unit on the field at the beginning of the battle. They're going to have to come in over time. And they still have lower initiative than we do. So yeah, I think this is how I want this, because I want the archers in as fast as possible. No. I see what you're doing. There's morale to be had in them Dartiles, but no, we got to be as far forward as humanly possible. Alright, so you have 5 move. You can get to the reinforcement panels. We gotta stop up their reinforcements a little bit here. Who do I lock? He has pretty good damage output and also chain lightning. But he will shoot us for a lot of damage. So there's your answer. Yeah, that's not a cliff, right? Okay. Yep. All of the archers are focused on this guy as best they can. The bottleneck is definitely going to work in the enemy's favor this time. And you just try to get over here. Alright, come on, stack up those marks. It's going to take an awful lot of 72s to bring this guy down. Okay. Boy, we are grouped up for a real good chain lightning. I mean, it doesn't do that much damage. Alright, so we get to lock up the reinforcement spots, unless these units are dead, which is a pretty good compromise from my position. And let's try to get rid of Eslik Tarash as quickly as possible. Ziama Adya can just kind of whatever. She's not going to be much use in combat at the moment. Not quite feeling herself yet, you know? Wow, 184. Good shot. Okay, so if you were wondering why I was so worried when the battle seemed to be going just fine, it's because of this. We can already see the beginning of their advancement toward terrifying industrial monster. Just like with an army that has thousands and thousands of total health, needed to be nipped in the bud. I thought they were going to let me siege them for a turn or two. Poor Otto. Just like constantly dying in battle. You know, he's serving a very important strategic purpose, though. He's keeping the archers alive. Alright, well, I guess I'll take this city that we've just been gifted. And that is indeed the end of the Mizari. What can one say about a fallen empire, other than they deserved it? They sure worked hard to make sure that happened. Okay, 80 dust for me, and now we try to get vision of a green city. Let's go over here and also search this ruin. Defeat this avenging army for 25 grass silk. 25 grass silk is not enough to pop a booster, right? Oh no, it will exactly be enough to pop a booster. That's actually extremely good. Extremely good. Alright, I think we should be able to handle this. Hero's gonna die again, but we should be able to handle this. See, now you don't want to start in the place where all of the morale is. What is up with you guys? I can never quite figure out what is happening with the deployment AI. And then our hero bravely sacrifices himself to keep this thing from having a real attack. Wow. 180 damage. Not bad. Alright, well, we can certainly fire plus 100% dust income from trade routes. Next turn, we'll probably push back into Happy as the ownership of our 3 Falter cities climbs up. So we gave Pink 2 cities in exchange for, first of all, surviving the war, which, again, we may very well not have done without Pink's assistance, and also getting 3 Vaulter cities, including the capital, for ourselves. I think that was a pretty good move. That deal works out very much in our favor. It is still Eclipse time, right? Like, we could run down here and maybe get this if the Eclipse goes one more turn. Also, do we have a quest from this tribe? Have I ever bothered to talk to these guys? Yes, I have. What is the quest that we have here? What is this region titled? Oleron. Oh, they want me to colonize. We're probably not doing that. Okay, so I would love to get Ayuado back to these temple ruins. It might just unequip him from his army, because I think we're probably done with war for a moment. Unequip him from his army, drop him in Nakloran. That's probably a good idea. If I don't do it now, I'm worried that I will forget to do it at the beginning of the next episode. So create you as an army on Neclaran, and next turn you can go and begin the quest to get us a pretty cool sword. I do love a cool sword. Addenda should begin the construction of probably a central market. What is this? This is a very strange way of apportioning our stuff. Oh, and also, we probably can afford to pull all of those people off of influence back over onto dust due to the way things have worked out here. We have plenty of influence to use for deals and stuff for the moment. Also, spying. So we're going to endeavor to plant a spy in Green's territory and in Pink's territory, I think. Do I want to spy on Pink? Maybe I want to spy on Green and Blue. Because, yeah, I really don't want to spoil things with Pink. Things are going so well. Also, man, that city's productive. Yeah, alright, I think that'll be the plan. We'll get vision of one of Green's cities, drop Gulayawa in Green. We'll get vision, we'll use the Centaur to get vision of, like, a guy, put a spy back into a guy, or maybe into Guiron, because they might have built security structures in a guy. It's possible that they will be responsive to the number of times we've spied on them. And at 461 dust per turn here, we're going to be able to blaze past what we need for the dust refinery, and then we're going to start building dust refineries, and it's going to be awesome. So, it is turn 61, and I do think we're a little underdeveloped for 61, but all of the stuff that we've recently taken is going to help a lot. I think we're in a good position now to grow and become mighty. I think that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time for, I don't know exactly what. Economic growth, probably. Come back next time for making numbers go up. And we'll see you then.